What's going on, y'all? I'm CantGoCaleb. I'm from Chicago, born in Detroit. I am a rapper. I also do crossover R&B. I've been making music for 2 years now.
It ain't no like can't go. Yeah, that's Mr. Come On. When I pop out, it's a show. Running the game like a pro. Nigga, see this and we spin on your...
Recently, everybody found out you was at the Grammys. Congratulations, man. That's a big deal. Clap it up for you.
Thank you.
So, what was going through your mind when you first learned you were invited to the Grammys this year? And how did it feel to attend such a prestigious event for the first time?
I would say that, so when I first found out that I was going to the Grammys, it was in October of last year. And it was so far out at the time, at least, that it wasn't on the forefront of my mind for a while. At least until I started getting the travel arrangements and my actual plans and everything like that. For a while I was going to be out there, and then it all got real quick. I was just thinking about all the outfits I wanted to wear, and then just I didn't really know what I was going to be going into yet. I haven't been in LA, at least in the music scene, at least until that experience. I was really kind of taken by surprise just by how small the industry is in terms of the network. Everybody, a lot of the people in it know each other. It's just a lot of the same people go to a lot of the same events, especially during Grammy. And so it was a great experience, and I want to make a huge shout out to Black Music Collective, Amazon Music, and the Recording Academy, because that opportunity was, I can say, just an opportunity that not everybody gets to have in their lifetime. I'll say personally, it was more than a once in a lifetime opportunity. It was just the preview.
And how did they find out about you? Who invited you? Can you talk a little bit more about that? Did they see your artwork beforehand? Talk a little bit more about it.
Yeah, for sure. So I actually applied for a scholarship, like I said, that the Black Music Collective and Amazon Music are providing, and it's called Your Future Is Now. And I received a $10,000 scholarship, which was really dope. With that came the opportunity to do a fellowship, which was the program that I just did in LA. And I got to meet a lot of different executives at Amazon Music, as well as attend the Grammy Week events. And so, it was really just an opportunity for them to celebrate and support young creators. And I had to submit a video for it in which I actually did a how-to on how to write, record, mix, and distribute your own song from home. I did get to demonstrate, some of my skills as an artist. It took me places.
Can you share a moment from the Grammys that particularly stood out to you or deeply impacted you as an artist?
I can say a couple of them just throughout Grammy Week. The first moment, I actually ran into, shout out BK Narula, artist who I've been listening to for a while, and when I ran into her, it was just a very funny and brief moment, but it kind of just showed me, okay, yeah, this is real, and you're gonna see faces that you're really familiar with, and then going forward from there, just the interactions that I had with a lot of the executives were just very wholesome. Everybody kept it real. I met will.i.am and got to talk to him about some projects that he's working on, and that was really cool. Also, Jay-Z shouted out the scholarship that I won and the recipients for my year. And so getting a shout out from Jay-Z, I don't even know what to say. that was a peak moment for sure. Those moments were the moments where I really was able to kind of collect at least myself in that moment and be like, okay, you're here for a reason.
And how do you believe attending the Grammys will influence your music and creative process going forward?
I believe that after that experience, I see things in a more professional light, in the sense that now that I know how the business runs behind the scenes, Um, I know what it takes in order to not just produce the kind of work that is, you know, truly going to show the best of my craft, but also how to present that work as well, and how to present myself, and how I grow my image. And so I feel like just going forward, I'm gonna be very intentional with everything, and very just showing the best sides of my creativity, and showing the best sides of the creativity of people who I have around me, who I'm working with on a lot of various projects. Packaging it all up in a way that it's just gonna give you that feel like, okay, yeah, he's him.
And networking is a big part of events like the Grammys. Did you have any memorable encounters or conversations with other artists that inspired you? I know you said Jay-Z shouted you out, and you were also briefly talking to another artist that you've listened to before. Have you spoken to anybody else?
At least recently, or just in LA.
It could be both, recently or in LA.
I was recently doing some work in the studio for anybody from Chicago that sees this, with an artist, underground artist named your stepdad. Shout out him. While in LA, I met very top-notch photographer Kodak Lens, legend in the game. I met Rhapsody, another legend in the game. And then some of the people who I met that aren't just big too. I met a handful of producers out there who were willing to share their work and check mine out as well. And just kind of having those interactions were significant too. And all the experiences I've had recently have just showed me that I have come a long way in 2 years' time, for sure.
So transitioning to the next two questions. I see you got your song "Do Not Disturb" on the TV.
This is the EP. Yeah.
Bet. Can you dive into the story or inspiration behind your most recent music release, and how it reflects your current artistic and personal journey?
Yeah, for sure. "Do Not Disturb" was an EP that I actually released for my birthday, or at least in celebration of my birthday. And at least right now, I tend to keep some of the story, some of the pieces of the story behind my music to myself, or at least just within my circle, just because I like to leave certain things up for interpretation from my audience. Really kind of give them just a glimpse into things. I feel like coming off of that project, the next thing that I release, I'm gonna blow everybody's head out the water, of what they even think I'm possible of. I'm still loving to see what people have to hear, what people have to say about it, and hopefully after watching this, some people will go back and listen to it. "Do Not Disturb" is definitely one of my favorites.
Share some highlights or particularly memorable moments from your music performances in 2023.
When I did my performance at Goldie Sounds, which is actually where we met, that was my first, or my biggest one, I would say, locally. I remember going into it, just coming off of a number of performances that I've done before then, feeling just really hype about having that opportunity. And shout out to Micah for putting that together for sure. We rocked for sure. With that show, I remember just going into it feeling like, all right, yeah, I already know what I came here to do, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And I manifested that for sure. I felt like a lot of the energy coming from the audience. Got a lot of good feedback too, and just people showing love, people having new interest in CantGoCaleb's. I did a couple more performances locally, and both of those, they were slightly more intimate settings, which really kind of allowed me to connect with those audiences more. And going from having a larger performance at Goldie down to more intimate settings, I felt more in control of the room, I actually posted a clip from my last show where I was singing Secret Ingredient, a single I dropped last year. And the audience was singing it with me, like singing the lyrics too, which I feel like is a crazy first moment for any artist, like a milestone, like people singing my lyrics.
Are there any new themes or messages you're planning to explore in your music for 2024?
Yeah, for sure. I have a single I'm working on right now, in which I dove into financial literacy. That's something I feel like is very important. I recognize that right now, this is a time in which the Black community is becoming more financially literate, and it's great to connect with a lot of people my age who are also, looking into stocks and just looking into, owning assets and things like that. Additionally, like, I definitely want to just talk about how I've grown from the experiences that I had in LA, just going through, last semester too, and into this year, traveling again soon. And traveling is something I love to do. every time I get an opportunity to travel, like, it inspires me to create. I want to really stay on this vibe or stay on this wave of making feel good music, making music that people can learn from and can at least be motivated from in order to further accomplish their goals. It's never a bad time for more hustle music, and hustle music is one of the ways I would describe my music. It's all about that hustle, man.
Can fans expect any collaborations or unique projects from you in the coming year? If so, what can you tell us about them?
Yeah, most def. So I got a song coming with, like I said, a local artist, Slim B.I.N. And he's actually from the DMV and just lives out here now too. We got a lot of things that we've worked on recently, but this track right here is, man, what? This is a song of the summer. Like, it's a vibe, and I've been on it for a while now. Like, yeah, man, wait till they catch me into this. I also have some things I'm working on with another artist out here, Samo. He's also from Chicago, actually. I will say collaboratively, I've been tapped in a lot with the artists out here. I'm actually a part of a on-campus record label called Venomous ENT FMU, and through this organization, I actually am the production committee co-chair, and so I help to manage and operate our studio that we have. And so I have a lot of connections with the artists who come through and the engineers as well. I plan on getting into more collaborations with soon. And so I would definitely just encourage everybody to stay tuned. Just keep an eye for the content that I post. Just know that this year I'm doing a lot of collaborating, and there's a lot to look forward to. Once again, I'm CantGoCaleb. That's CantGoCaleb, and I am on Apple Music, Spotify. I'm on your mama's vinyl records. Anywhere that you can find some music, you can find CantGoCaleb. I'm also on Instagram. Yeah, so tap in with me.